I'm frequently asked in the tasting room at Undammed Distilling Company, how did I become a distiller? Why did I do this? My simple answer is because I love single malt Scotch, which really began to develop my palate over years of encountering really some quite nice Scotches. And so I began to have a taste for and a passion for the distilled arts. But moreover, I really am grateful to the people like Jim Posowitz, who protected the Yellowstone River from becoming dammed. Back in the 70s, the government wanted to put in the Allen Spur Dam at Livingston. And then Jim Posowitz went to a distiller, Glenmore in Kentucky, to help fund a PR campaign to make the nation aware of what was at risk if we were to dam the longest undammed river in the lower 48 states. And so I come to Billings as a person who is grateful and appreciative of the people that before me and before us have done such a great job of preserving what makes Montana so spectacular and so unique and so wonderful. In that spirit of gratitude, then I recalled an article I read written by Wendell Berry about how what happens upstream in the small tributaries flows downstream to the deltas. And he used the river as a metaphor for our life in this country, where there are rural populations in small pockets, and the cities and the large urban centers don't give much thought to the rural spaces. Perhaps that's why we have such a rural-urban divide right now. But what Barry was using in the river metaphor was that whatever goes in the small space ends up in the big space. So that people from rural areas end up eventually in the urban areas. And so the urban areas have some responsibility to the small spaces. And so that resonated with me. And Barry said this in the article. He said that we needed to do to those downstream as we would have those upstream do to us. And so that quote is on every one of the Undammed Distilling Company's bottles, to remind us that what we have didn't come just from our own hard work, but from the hard work of other people. And then we have a responsibility to those that we will be influencing and that we will be affecting, to do so in a way that blesses them. So put those together and you get Undammed Distilling Company. The Yellowstone River flows through Billings. It's the source of our water supply, and we watch it in every season, in the spring runoff when it's just full to the brim or overflowing in some cases, to the late August when it's warm and it's easy to tube, to the winter when there's islands and gravel bars everywhere because the water flow is really diminished. And it's fun to watch the natural cycles of the wild river, rather than simply the dammed rivers that have a steady amount of flow and it's controlled. So the gratitude that we have for the place and the people and the responsibility that we have for those that come after us makes me excited to do a project like Undammed Distilling Company, to create spirits, which I enjoy greatly, and I hope you would do as well, that reflect the Yellowstone River, that give honor and tribute to those who have gone before, to have a quality and a taste and a profile that make us reflect and be thankful.